Hi, everybody. Good morning. This lovely rainy Wednesday. Yes, we are having a test. We'll talk about that in a second. Hello, everybody. So the purpose of this stream is to sort of help you work out what should be on your note card for the test. There are no more notes for this unit, so we are prepping for the test at this point. For whoever said that. Nick. I'll give it a couple more minutes to see if anyone else gets on. And by that I mean like 1. Hi AJ. Hi Hannah. Hi Nathan. Okay. Okay, that's about a minute. Okay, so again, the purpose of this stream is to help you guys figure out what should be on your note card. But first, let's talk about the test and what it's going to be like because it's weird. School is weird now. So I have decided that it's not feasible to have a test on paper. My dog is, honey, you need to do something else for now, okay? What was I saying? I decided it's probably not feasible for everybody to print out a paper test, so I am transferring the test onto like a Canvas quiz. So you'll be taking the test on Canvas. It'll be open on Friday and Friday only, so please log in on Friday to take that on Canvas. So currently we're prepping for that test. I'm hoping that it's going to be, I don't know, I don't love taking tests online, which is why I always do it on paper. So just know that I'll be looking through each test to make sure that it's graded correctly, because Canvas doesn't do a great job. But anyway, we're hoping that it'll work out. We'll see. It's all sort of an experiment at this point. So what we have today is we have your performance task that I need you to do. Your performance task is uploaded online. I saw a couple of people have already turned it in, which is great. I uploaded it on Saturday, I think. So it's been up there for a while, but if you haven't started it, start now. Now is a good time to do that. That's due Friday on the day of the test, just like normal. If you need help with the options and what you're doing, let me know. Google Hangouts is a great way to get a hold of me. The other thing we have going on today is the review. So you have a review assignment, and like normal, I'm not expecting you to finish the whole thing. It's a tool for you to prepare for the test. However, I highly recommend you look through all of the questions at least and make sure that you know how to do each of those questions because the test is very much similar to that assignment. And so just pay attention to what's on there and make sure that you are kind of have an idea of what to do for each of them. It's also part of your participation points. I'm making sure that you did some of it. So a couple problems at least is the minimum, and I will give you points for it. But again, the idea is that it's a tool for you to get ready for the test. So that's what you have today. The stream is going to be really short. I'm just going to like sort of put together, I'm not going to do the whole note card for you, but I'm going to tell you what to put on there, what I recommend that you put on there. Of course, this is sort of like the bare minimum. So if you want to put other things that you feel would help you on a test for this unit, do that. So we're just going to, you do not have this page. This is an imaginary page that is not on in your notebook. because you can do this on an actual note card. And if you don't have a note card, I'm not gonna like police you about what you're writing your stuff on. I am expecting you to use the just be honest about the test and not have your whole notebook out there in front of you and all of your homework. It is a test, so it's meant to be a test of what you know without help, except for this note card. And note cards are a good way to consolidate all of the important things into one place. That's a great way to study. So be honest and just use a note card instead. So the first thing I recommend you have on your note card, and again, I'm not gonna like write everything, I'm just gonna write what to write, if that makes sense. So first thing I recommend is definitely have the trig ratios on here. There you go. Trig ratios. These are on page 33. I recommend you have sort of both the inverse and the normal trig ratios. They're like the same, basically, but for example, sine of the angle is equal to the opposite over hypotenuse, cosine theta adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent of theta equal to opposite over adjacent. And the inverses are the same. You can write those as well if those are helpful for you. But that's super like the first thing you should write on your note card. And also, if it helps you have examples, I'm totally fine with you putting like examples of problems on here as well. I would also recommend that you have like an example, especially of this kind of thing, the inverse trig, where we drew triangles. That's called getting the exact value, which does not involve a calculator. You're getting an exact value for the inverse trig. So probably an example problem, this is on page 38, would be great. Yeah, the test is Friday, Brendan. It will be available all day on Friday. So whatever time Friday you have time is good, but it'll close after that. So don't forget. The other thing that I would recommend you have is special right triangles. This is technically it's from last unit. So it's on page 26. It's like a earlier page, but we use this a lot. Not only did we develop all of our trig ratios using special right triangles, but also it's helpful for the inverse trig with drawing triangles that we just talked about. It's helpful for the unit circle, so just having them there would be good. That's my recommendation. And the unit circle in any to any extent that you feel necessary. For me, the unit circle is pretty easy to develop if I just remember the first quadrant of it, with the 30-degree, 45-degree, and 60-degree angles. I can pretty easily replicate the other 3 quadrants using just those 2. So, the points for each of those would be good, and the angles. I'm not actually writing things in case you're wondering. No, you will not have to take a picture of your note card. The last thing, and of course this is not taking up my whole note card, because I'm not writing everything, but I want you to have the trig identities on there as well. So this is from the last unit. There are 3 trig identities that you should have. So look for these. This is on page 43/42. There is the complementary identity, the quotient identity, and the Pythagorean. And if you would like to have, oops, that's not how you spell identity. If you would like to have an example of one of those proofs that you had to do on your homework where you were like simplifying things, that would also be a good thing to put on here. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Those are the major things that I would have on my note card. So alter that as you will. Maybe pause this so that you can work on this at some point during the day. Obviously, this is going to be online, so you do this whenever. But I would recommend you work on this today, as well as the review assignment, as well as the performance task, if you haven't started that already. Just a plug for how important the performance tasks are. You guys know that that really changes your grade. Like every time somebody asks me at the end of the quarter, how can I help my grade? I'm always like, do your performance task, especially, I mean, only if they haven't done it, but you know what I mean? It like bumps you up a whole grade at least. So please don't skip out on the performance tasks. That's important, and it's due Friday, again, for those of you who weren't here earlier. I'm thinking I'll have several study sessions today. I'm going to do more than normal because of how short this is and how the reason this is happening is because it's a review day. So I will let you guys know. Just hop on, let me know which ones you want to be invited to, and I will invite you. If I don't hear from you, I'll probably just invite you to one later today, in case you want to join. And yes, a digital note card is fine. Although that would be kind of inconvenient to take your test on a computer and also have your note card on the computer, but it's up to you. I don't need you to turn them in. So if that's your concern, you're fine. Just write them somewhere. Sticky note, actual note card, piece of paper, computer, I guess. It's good. Okay. Do I have any other questions about the test or the note card or the review assignment? That's on math-based, by the way. Again, that's important. It's going to be good to help you study for the test because it's very similar to the test. She was bugging me earlier. Winifred, come here. She's also dirty because it's muddy outside. Do you want to show your dirty face? Come here. Come up here. You will do test corrections for this test or for the last test? I'm assuming for this test. Okay, yeah, tabs are great. Test corrections, I don't know how I will work that, but I will work it. Just know that that's going to be available for you. I will probably have you do it like on a piece of paper and then take a picture of it and send it to me. But don't worry about that until after the test. Just do well on the test. If you're talking about previous test corrections, the term has already ended, so it's not going to do you any good. Yeah. Okay. I will just leave you to it then. And again, please try to jump on a study session. I swear that they're not scary. We just like hang out and I wait for you to ask questions and you guys entertain me. So I appreciate it. And we all like to hear voices when we're stuck at home. So anyway, join whether you feel like you're having tons of questions or not. I would just like to hear from some of you who I haven't heard from for a while. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream now. The screen. That's cute. The stream, and I will hopefully see you in a study session. Remember, performance task, review assignment, note card, and the test is on Friday. Okay, bye.